Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today we are going to solve day 30 problem of this month on LeetCode. Before starting, if you guys haven't subscribed my YouTube channel yet, then please go ahead and subscribe it. Now without any delay, let's get started with today's problem. Problem number 1295. Find numbers with even number of digits. Okay, so this problem is actually very easy. We have given an array nums of integers. We have to return how many of them contain an even number of digits. Okay, so here this 12, okay, 2 digits are there. So this is even, right? This is odd, 3 digits are there. 1 odd, this is 1 odd, 4 digits are there for this particular number. Okay, so this is even, so two numbers are even, right? So 12 contain 2 digits, even number of digits, and this 7896 contains 4 digits, even number of digits. Okay, so this 2 is my output. Okay, and all these are odd number of digits, right? So it's very easy. Okay, so first thing that you can do to solve this problem, just convert this to a string, like 3 4 5. I can write it like this, 3 4 and 5 in string form, and then it will be very easy now to calculate the length of this string. Okay, we are just going to calculate a dot length, right? So let's write the code first for this. Okay, so I'm just going to iterate over all the numbers one by one, and also I'm going to convert these numbers to a string format. Okay, like this 7896, and just I'm going to calculate the length of this. Okay, so if the length is completely divisible by 2, then that simply means that it is even number. Okay, that's it. So only 2-3 lines of code. Okay, so let's write the code for this first. Okay, so here just create one variable count, right? And after that, and set it to 0. Okay, initialize it with 0, and after this you have to just iterate over all the numbers. Okay, so here you can write for int num in nums. All right, and here inside this just one if condition, if, and here you have to write string dot value of and that particular number. Okay, so I'm converting that particular number to a string, and here I'm just going to calculate the length. Okay, dot length, and here modulus with 2. Okay, if it is equal to 0, that simply means that it is a even, it consists of even number of digits. Increment the count, count plus plus, and here in the end after this, okay, just return the count. That's it. Okay, so let's run it and see if there are code issues. We'll try to fix that. Okay, so see, all the test cases has been accepted. Now let's submit it. Okay, so here for time complexity, so let's say n be the length of the nums, okay, which represents the number of integers for which we have to check, and let m be the maximum integer in the nums. Okay, so here this is the maximum integer in the nums. Okay, 4, right? So the time complexity is going to be of n log m. So we have a for loop, okay, which converts each num to a string and find its length. Now the time complexity of converting an integer to a string will depend upon the language. However, it will be of log num, okay, at most. So hence the time complexity of converting an integer to a string will be of log m, and checking its length will only take of one time complexity. We do this for n integers, so therefore the total time complexity, okay, of find numbers is of n log m. Okay, so that's it. So this is the string approach. Okay, so now let's move to the approach number 2, which is mathematical approach. Okay, so here let's say this is a number 7896. Okay, so how I'm going to calculate the number of digits in this 7896? So it's very easy now. Just divide this number with 10. Okay, so if you divide this particular number with 10, what you are going to get? You are going to get 789. Okay, and here just increment the count of the digit count. Okay, so now digit count is 1. Okay, so we have to do this until my number becomes equal to 0. Okay, so right now number is not equal to 0, so again divide it with the 10. Okay, and here increment the digit count, so our new number will be 78. Okay, right? So here 789, if you divide it with the 10, okay, so 10 7 8, here's you are going to get 780, and 9 as a remainder. So but this is the number. Okay, this is what we are looking for. Okay, then again this number is not equal to 0. Again divide it this with the 10. Okay, so 78 divided with the 10, you are going to get 7. Okay, so here 8 as the remainder, but here you are getting 7. Okay, so 7 is still not 0, so again divide it with the 10. Okay, and here now 7 you are dividing it with 10, so 10 0. Okay, and here 0 only, right? 7 to 0 0, so here 10. Okay, that's what left out, but here see 0. Okay, so that's it. So now we have to stop. So here 1 2 3 4. Okay, so 4 is the count, and here just check now if this 4 is divisible by 2. Okay, then it is an even number. Okay, so this is what we can do, or you can also do one thing. Okay, so 4 now, 4 is there, right? 4, how I'm going to represent it in binary form. Okay, so 1 2 4 8, so this bit value is 1, and this value is 0 0 0. Okay, just do the AND of this 4 with 1. Okay, so what you are going to get then 0 0 0 1. Okay, so your output is 0. So if your output is 0, okay, if your output is 0, then in that case your number, okay, is going to be even number. Okay, if it is equal to 0. Okay, but if it is not equal to 0, let's suppose you take 5. Okay, so 5, how you going to write? So 5 you are going to write like this 1 0 1. Okay, so now here 0 0 1. Okay, when you do the AND with 1, so here you are going to get 1 only. Okay, so if the value output value is not equal to 0, that simply means it is an odd number. Okay, otherwise it is even. All right, because for even numbers we don't have this bit set always. Okay, right, so that's the case, right? That's it. Okay, so we are just always going to do the AND with 1. Okay, in which only this bit is set. Okay, and for even numbers this bit will not be set always. Okay, and for odd numbers this bit will be always set. Okay, so because we have 1 2 4 8 then 16 32. Okay, so this bit should be set for odd numbers. Okay, so that's very easy. So this is nothing but a maths approach. Okay, so now let's write the code for this maths approach. So let me just reset to default code definition. Okay, and the time capacity for this is also going to be remain same only. So here just create one variable int even digit count. Okay, so even digit count. Okay, and set it to 0 initially, and then just run one for each loop. Okay, iterate over all the numbers in my nums array. All right, and here check if that particular number has even number of digits. Okay, so here if, and here you can call one more method. Okay, has even digits. Okay, has even digits, and here just pass that particular number. Okay, so if this particular condition is satisfied, okay, so in that case I'm just going to increment the count of this even dc. Okay, even digit counts, increment it, and from here just simply return this even digit count. Okay, that's it. Now just write the code for this method has even digits. Okay, so here this is going to be just a boolean method. Okay, so private boolean, and here has even digits, and here we are just passing that particular number. Okay, which we need to check, and here inside this first create one variable digit counts. Okay, and initialize it with 0, and then just run one while loop, and while your num value is not equal to 0, so what we need to do, we just need to increment the digit count first. Okay, and then we have to just particularly divide this particular number with the 10. Okay, right, so once this is done, okay, and we will count the digit count. Okay, so here we will just check that it has even number of digits or not. So you can just use the formula, okay, that I have explained. Okay, this digit count and with just with 1. Okay, so if it is equal to 0, then it simply means that it is going to return true. That simply means that it's an even number. Okay, that's it. So now let's run the code and see if there are any code issues. We'll try to fix that. Okay, so yes, there are some issues, so let's fix that. Okay, so here give it like this. Okay, so now here for this problem also the time complexity is also going to be your of n log m. Okay, so see this has even digits. Okay, so this has even digits. We have a while loop which we iterate the number of times equal to the number of digits in num. Okay, so the time complexity of has even digits is of log num, and the maximum number of digits will be the maximum integer in the nums. So total time complexity you can say of has even digits is of log m, and since now we also have one for loop that we are running here. Okay, so which checks if there are even digits in each num in nums. So there are n such integers, so and each takes of an log m time to process. So total time complexity of this fine numbers is of n log m. Okay, so I hope that you guys are able to understand today's problem, and if you guys still have any doubts, then please feel free to ask in comment section. Till then, keep coding and keep practicing. We'll see you in the next video. Thank you, bye bye.